Mr. Albeit. Oh, you're here with your son.
Yes, obviously.
We have to talk with you, and it involves the police.
I see. Gulliver, go across the road to Mrs. James. This is an adult conversation.
Hold on just 1 second, please.
What for, Mr. Holmes? Children ought to be protected from unpleasantness.
True. I know you were guilty of the murder of Zacharias Greystoke.
In my state, you have to be joking.
I'm afraid not. You had an accomplice. Tell me who. The judge will find out anyway.
The judge? How so? You have nothing against me, nothing.
Father, Mr. Orson Wilde is here, and I'm going to stay with Miss Alice.
What?
Did you forget? Orson Wilde, you know, the star of American theatre. And he's visiting and staying with us.
No.
Yes.
Miss Alice.
Oh, Mr. Holmes.
Guess what, Mrs. Hudson? And he won't be...
I can't.
Brains.
Mr. Wilde, your room.
Charming. This is such a fascinating city.
We need to talk.
I'd rather not. You're going to be angry again. Goodbye, Mr. Wilde.
Is it 5 o'clock already? I think I might go and ask Mrs. Hudson for some tea.
Wilde truly has a perfect disguise kit. Do actors really need all this? This must be grease paint. I use the same brushes for makeup. Honestly, the level of narcissism. Oh, Wilde's already making himself at home. Oh, come on, Toby. Your soap bath couldn't have been as bad as that. It would be better to examine Wilde's belongings before. Face powder of an excellent quality.
I forgot my hat. Father?
I am just checking,
You've got something on your face. Is it makeup?
It might be. Practicing my disguises, you know me. No, don't touch that! No!
Ah, Mrs. Hudson, with our tea.
Not quite. We have a visitor. However, the lady is not so much angry as perplexed.
Good day to you, gentlemen. My name is Mary Sutherland. I have come to you, Mr. Holmes, because I would give everything I have to know what has become of Mr. Hosmer Angel.
Why the haste, Miss Sutherland?
Mr. Hosmer Angel has disappeared.
Mr. Windybank is your stepfather, surely, since the name is different?
Well, indeed, I call him father.
And your mother. What is your connection?
I met him, fortunately. But then,
Why was your stepfather against your going anywhere?
well, he...
Did Mr.
Well, and...
Where does Mr. Angel live? Were you engaged?
Oh, yes,
Do you have your own income?
I do.
Then you have all that you could wish for, naturally.
Well, I live.
Is there anything else that you can
Here's a
tell
ver-
me
I
about
put
Mr. Angel?
Haha, a love letter. Yes, I see. As I anticipated, this validates my deductions perfectly.
What? Deduct?
Mr. Wilde, Holmes. A love letter? Aren't you dying to...
Thanks to Wilde, my... Thanks to Wilde... Thanks to Wilde, my analysis table has been completely destroyed. This is strange. The love letter is typewritten. Good quality paper, quite smooth. Fairly common ink, nothing special. We had a wonderful time together, didn't we, while your father was in France? I'm waiting for the moment when your stepfather leaves once more. Miss Sutherland only met with Hosmer Angel while the stepfather was absent. Hosmer Angel decided not to leave his signature. Let's study this letter more closely. There are some letters with typographical defects. Miss Sutherland, do you have any other letters from Mr. Angel?
Unfortunately not. But I've brought my father's letter from Paris. Here it is.
The stepfather's letter is also typewritten. Quite common paper with a light yellow tint. Fairly common ink. I hope that you'll be an obedient girl. Miss Sutherland's stepfather's signature. The stepfather is trying to keep the daughter at home. Let's study this letter more closely. There are some letters with typographical defects. Both letters have typographical defects. They merit further attention. This letter has a defect. One more letter with a defect. One more letter with a defect. Ah, there's the same letter with the same... Another letter match with the same defects. Another letter match with the same defects. So, based on the specific defects, we could say that these letters were composed on the same typewriter. A map of London and its surroundings. A map of London and its surroundings. It could be useful. Thanks to Wyatt. My archive. I can always consult with it if needed. My archive. I can always consult with it if needed. My archive. I can always consult with it if needed. I need to finish here first. You should try to let Mr. Hosmer Angel vanish from your memory, as he has done from your life.
Then you don't think I'll see him again?
I fear not.
Then what has happened to him?
Your stepfather married your mother for her money, and also enjoyed the use of your income. But with your personal advantages, it was clear that you would not remain single for long, even with him keeping you at home. He disguised himself and reappeared as Mr. Hosmer Angel. He brought you as far as the church door and then conveniently slipped away, to bring you to this conclusion in such a dramatic manner that it would leave a permanent impression upon your mind. You have been cruelly tricked, Miss Sutherland.
Oh, Mr. Holmes. No, I can't believe it. But we were engaged. Oh, it's horrible to think about. Thank you for all you have done, Mr. Holmes.
Holmes, you could have been more diplomatic.